Yes, we'll start the class today. Is about the aims and the importance of mathematics in curriculum. Why we should learn mathematics? Okay, the first question arises in our mind. Why there is a need to learn mathematics? We all know that mathematics is important. So many things we can talk about mathematics, but what actually the importance of learning mathematics in school level? Why it is made as a compulsory subject? That is what we are going to see. That is importance of mathematics in curriculum. Here we are talking about the school curriculum, right? Why that is a need? Why we say that importance of mathematics in curriculum, right? First is, and that is why that means we should talk about when we want to talk about the importance of mathematics in curriculum, that is school curriculum. Then we are actually discussing about what is the aim and objectives of teaching mathematics. Under this, what we are discussing, what are the aims and objectives of teaching mathematics. Okay, what is the aim of teaching mathematics? First, we'll talk about the aim. What is the aim of teaching mathematics? The first one. The aim of teaching mathematics. Okay, they enable the students to acquire mathematical knowledge. You know that. They enable the students to acquire mathematical knowledge. Okay, the skills related to mathematics. Develop interest and attitude. The various aims are these are the various aims of teaching mathematics in school level. The first aim is nothing but we all know it is the utilitarian aim. Okay. Second aim is nothing but disciplinary. Mathematics is a discipline, no? So it is having the disciplinary aim. And third is the cultural aim. And fourth is the social aim. And fifth is nothing but our aesthetic, the beauty of learning mathematics. So it is having the aesthetic value also, right? Okay, and the sixth is nothing but vocational aim. We are going to work right after studying. So vocational aim, then interdisciplinary aim. Okay, so these are the aims of learning mathematics. It is useful in our day-to-day life, and as a discipline, it is having its own value. how it is useful in the culture. Culture is transformation from one generation to another generation, how it is useful in the society, social living, for our living, aesthetic, beauty, how beautiful, if you learn mathematics, what are the beauty in it, and then we talk about occasional aim, that is, it is very much helpful in getting the job. Then is interdisciplinary aim, how mathematics related to other subject. Or we can talk that to provide a clarity about fundamental concept and process of mathematics. That is the reason we are learning mathematics. To create in students an enduring interest for the subject. And the third, we can talk about to develop students a taste for and confidence in mathematics. And then we can talk about to develop in students accuracy and efficiency, to acquaint students with relation of mathematics with their present as also with the future life, how it is related to the present life and also related to the future life. And we also to develop habits such as regularity, practice, patience, self-reliance and hard work. So if you learn mathematics, automatically it gets inculcated inside you. That is to acquaint students with mathematical language and symbols. They should know about what is mathematical language, plus, minus, and symbols, union, and all. That is to prepare students for learning of mathematics for higher class. They learn the lower class, naturally for higher class, to initiate and develop required discipline in the learner's mind. A discipline is also developed in the learner's mind. Then we talk about the objectives of teaching mathematics. We just discussed about aims, no? We'll discuss about the objectives. The objectives of teaching mathematics are at the entire school stage. First objective is to get the knowledge and understanding. First, we can talk about the okay, the first is the knowledge and understanding. The student acquires remembering and understanding of language of mathematics, concept of numbers, measurements, develop and history of mathematics, how the mathematics has developed, or how what is the history of mathematics, and how it is related to other topics of mathematics as well as other subjects also, and then what is the nature of the subject, right? Now these are the knowledge and understanding. It's all about. Now it is about the skill. What are the skills students is learning? That is mathematical language. They will learn about mathematical language, how the speed, neatness, accuracy, precision we can talk about, and how to solve the problem, whatever it may be, our day-to-day life problem also, or any mathematical problem also. And we can check and verify the result, whether the result is correct or not. We can check and result and verify it, and also it is even in day-to-day life also we used to check and verify whether it is correct or wrong. So this mathematical knowledge helps in that manner, and calculations orally, if you are able to calculate orally or even mentally, and how to draw the geometrical figures and how to interpret the geometrical figures. That is highly useful if you are a physicist and talking about the astronomy and all. And then, and also it is also useful in the finding the say the place, Google Maps and all these. Highly they use mathematics. Everywhere it is used. And then mathematical tables, tools and apparatus. Next comes the third one. Third one is application. Okay, so we know knowledge, understanding and skills. Now we'll go to the application. That is to solve problems on their own, right? And the concept and process in daily life, how it is useful in the daily life, and ability to analyze, draw, inference and generalize. In the day-to-day life, there is some problem is there, and you have to analyze that problem and get the inference and how this type of problem can be solved in general. So you are going to generalize it, and mathematical knowledge in other subjects. This knowledge can be used in other subject and vocation also, where the people is going to work, right? The fourth one is called the attitude. So, learn to analyze problem, habit of systematic thinking and objective meaning is your mind automatically becomes systematic, right? Discover solution proof due to independent effort. You can do it by yourself, and then you can verify the result by yourself, and then your society, how you are looking the society, you will have mathematical perspective to that. It's very important for our life. Then you see, you will appreciate what is logical, critical, all this means you can do it by yourself, that is independent thinking. So all this you'll start appreciating in life. Then comes the fifth one. Yes, now we got appreciation separately, right? So appreciation and interest. Right? The role of mathematics in daily life, you will appreciate how it is useful in daily life. You want to start appreciating that. And aesthetic nature, the beauty of mathematics, and the recreation, while playing also we use. Then the interest in learning other subjects also, the power of computation. So you can understand that how it is highly useful in the, what do you call that, artificial intelligence, right? We'll start appreciating all about this. And relation of mathematics with other subjects. How the mathematics is useful in learning. And this is all about the objectives of teaching mathematics, right? So we have seen the aims and objectives, right? So just now we discussed about what are the aims. Okay, there are various aims. Okay. Okay, we are means importance of mathematics in curriculum. What we learned is importance of mathematics in curriculum. What are the aims and objectives under the importance of learning mathematics at school stage? Here under this big one, we are having the umbrella, that is aims and objectives, right? Then we discussed about what are the aims of learning mathematics, and then we discussed about what are the objectives of teaching mathematics at the school level. How mathematics is related to other subjects. Language, science, social science, history, geography, civics, economics, commerce, drawing, music, all these are somewhere that related to the mathematics. That is, the mind perceives knowledge as a whole, right? If each subject is taught as a water type, means it's only physics means only physics, or chemistry means only physics, like this airtight compartment. No, they are all not airtight compartments. They are not taught in fragments. They are one way or other related to each other. So you have to establish a relationship between all these subjects. Even arts and mathematics, all these are somewhere or other related to each other. Hence, no subject can be taught in isolation. The main aim of education is the unification of knowledge existing in the different branches of learning. There are different branches of learning. We should understand that at one stage or another, they become unified, right? The flow of knowledge should be permeable, means from one place to another place it is easy to move, right? And should be merged. Somewhere it has to be merged in some fields of learning. In order to achieve this, teachers while teaching need to relate the various subjects taught in the school. It's not that if you are a mathematics teacher, you should teach only mathematics. So you should be in a position to relate to other subjects also. So that's a bridging the gap. I can call it as a bridging the gap between various subjects. Therefore, it becomes necessary to relate one subject to another knowledge so that it will be useful in our day-to-day life. Also, this relation, who is supposed to do? It's you, the teacher, right? So that is the ultimate aim of complete education. It's not only the mathematics we are talking about, that is, we are talking about all-round perspectives, all-round development, we can say. And you can see like a diamond, no? One side you can see one color, and the side you see violet color, and the side you see green color, red color. So different perspectives, but it is all about the same thing, that is a diamond, right? So this is the ultimate aim of education. That is, it is possible only through unification. When it is possible, you have to unify, that is unification of knowledge. Not only taught, we should not teach the subjects in isolation. right? You have to connect, and all the subjects are ultimately connected. Okay, what are the types of